Abundance is the natural state that you exist as. You are abundance. So there is no such thing as lacking people, lacking places, lacking money. Scarcity does not exist. And I'm going to explain how in a way that is really easy to understand. If there was ever such thing as lack, then there would be a gap where atoms did not exist around you. Because that would be where something is not. So there are abundance of atoms all around you 24/7. You are manifesting these atoms to be observers of you all the time. And one of the most awesome ways you can look at this is that the atoms want to be there. They want to be a part of your story. They want to see you. They want to observe you. That's the truth of them. They are conscious. The atoms around you want to be a part of you, and you are calling them at different levels. Now, if you're sitting there with the energy in yourself of want or desire, if you're going, I really want this, I have such a big desire for this, you're saying I lack. But because the universe is such a big supporter and fan of you, it will give you that reality. If you say I want, it will give you a reality in which you want. So it's the energy and state of self deeper than the logical thinking. It's your heart brain that is making these decisions for you and manifesting things into your space. And we make it so hard on ourselves because we won't go back to the natural state of abundance that is actually who and what we are. And when we go there, we start to call upon the atoms that are our version, our true heartfelt version of that abundance that is actually our natural self. So those atoms start coming in because they want to be a part of their own vibration. Think about it. Would you go to a party with a bunch of people who just didn't align with you? Do you go to parties with people that are like you? Go listen to music at festivals where it's the music you like? That's the kind of parties you go to. You're not going to go to a kiddies party and do face painting. Well, I hope not. If you're watching this video, I really doubt you'll be going to kiddies parties and getting face paintings done. And what I mean by that is the same way that you wouldn't go to those places, the atoms that are part of your true self want to be a part of their true expression. And this idea of a concert is something you can apply in manifestation. So let's say you wanted to go and watch Rihanna live, and you go there and she starts singing opera. You're going to be like, that's not what I came for. I came here for Rihanna's stuff that I've been listening to, that I enjoy on the radio. Imagine Taylor Swift doing that, or Justin Bieber, and they all come and sing opera. You'll be like, that's totally not what I came here to be a part of. So are the atoms that are coming because they know you by your nature of abundance. They know you by that. And they come to your festival, they come to your performance, and you're not the version of you that they know you to be. So they're like, money not well spent. So the atoms themselves won't be a part of the frequency where you are not your true self. And if you are living in want and desire, because the universe supports you so intensely, it goes, okay, we will take the atoms that want to be a part of want and desire and show you a world that you might identify as lack, but there can't be because there's always particles around you. So it's an abundance of the things you don't want. It's abundance of the things you don't prefer. So you might be sitting without the cash, without the relationship, not being where you want to be. And the reason I use these specific examples is because I believe this world consists of three main things: who, what, and where. So essentially people, things, and places. So this is in that sort of order, right? So you've got your things here, the money, the cars, whatever that relates to. You have your relationships, which is people, connection to people. And then you have where you want to be, which is, more figurative than literal. It's not like I want to stand on the top of Everest. I mean, if that's the way you interpret it, by all means. But ultimately in life, where do you want to be? Do you want to want for the rest of your life? Do you want to live in desire for the rest of your life? Not really. Like, I definitely don't want to live in desire. I want to live in my abundance. And so what happens is, as soon as you start committing to the true self that you are, this abundance, you start to line up with the atoms that want to hear your songs. They want to be a part of that musical story. They want to hear that festival. So the things that align with abundance, the lots of money, the nice cars, the really pretty girls, the places you ultimately want to go, maybe it's Monaco because that aligned with abundance, then that's what will call upon you. I mean, I didn't ever think that I was ever going to do my music and my YouTube and really get to live in my creative abundance. I'm very creative by nature. I love drawing, I love painting, I love music and creating stuff. There's so much in the studio you can't quite see where I made with my hands because I love to do that. These pellets that are hanging up my guitar, these were just standard pellets. I pulled them apart, I varnished them and gave this like rustic look because I dig that vibe. So that's what I want to do, is live in my abundance of creativity. And when I finally stop making it hard and I stop playing this difficult game of not being my authentic self, the opportunity to live in that space came easier. So YouTube, making this channel. And the more I do it, the more I feel a reward from it. The more I speak to you guys. If you have questions, specific questions that you want to dive into with me, leave them in the comments, because I respond to every single comment. You can see on all of my videos, I chat back to everyone. So if you have something you want to just debate, chat, ask, go and hit it up in the comment section and I will respond to every single one of you. So you want to live in this abundance more. You want to stop making it hard and having manifested so much of the things you don't prefer. Don't be the version of you don't prefer. Now, this is where it goes past logic. You can't think your way out of those behaviors, of that state of self. If you try and think your way out of it, you just get stuck in more of it. Because this mind is not the one that you are creating your reality through. It's through your heart. It's through your true self. And I'm going to give you a good reason to understand why it works this way. If you think about it, this mind and this mouth can lie. It can convince us out of reality. Think about an ex, if you've ever broken up with someone. How you have to convince yourself to get over those things. How you have to now recalibrate with your mind to a new reality because your mind's sitting with hope. No, but they can come back. And then it doesn't happen. Or whatever the situation is, this mind is not linked to truth. This mind is linked to creation. It makes things. So it's not linked to what is. So if the universe listened to what you thought, or God listened to what you thought to give it to you, then it will be a complete mess, because none of this aligns with anything that happens outside. This is a logical, very short-based thinking device. But your heart can't lie to itself. You are actually this observer inside of this being. You're observing the story of your name and your human form. You're just observing the story. The real you is an observer. It's watching you have the story unfold. And that you is abundant. And that you will guide you through feeling, not through your mind, not through logic, not through words. It will make you feel more aligned to certain things, to certain states of the abundance that actually is you. And it wants you to come along. It wants you to answer the call, not convince yourself out of it. I did it for years. I was like, I could never just dive into my music. I couldn't dive into my creative nature because it won't pay the bills. I didn't understand how it could. And then I had this deep spiritual awakening, and all of this stuff started making so much sense to me. And I was like, I want to share this with everyone who want to hear it and who want to understand this in a specific way that I could give. I want to do this for them. And that's what this whole channel became. I started this channel 3 years ago, wanting to reach a whole bunch of people, much like whoever's watching to this point. If you are, thanks so much. And if you like this content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, be a part of this journey with me. I love sharing with you. And if you like the video so far, hit that like button. But this guided me to this point, and I tried since 2021 after my awakening, and I didn't know how to do it. But I never gave up on the idea. I just kept thinking about how I could do it differently, and I started getting in touch with people. And I ended up working with Victor Odo and Aaron Doughty, and they helped me do this in a way that's now working so well. But what does it mean? What does it mean for you to get out of it? That true self, that emotional self, can't lie. It can't convince you out of reality. It is that most true version of reality. So your universe that's supporting you listens to what you feel, not to what you say and not to what you think. You speak a whole nother language. So does every person on this planet, the language of emotion. That is the most true version of you that could ever exist, is the one speaking the language of emotion. Because everyone speaks it fluently and they're born with it. That language is how you pray. That's how you speak to your supporter, your number one fan, your number one supporter, the universe, God, the higher self, the creator, whatever you define it as. The way you speak to that is through your authentic expression of your heart, your feeling, because you can't hide from it. If you do something wrong, but you can justify it, let's say you hurt someone, not intentionally, maybe you just got a bit angry and you said some things that were destructive to the relationship or to that person. You can convince everyone, oh, but they were so horrible to me, that's why I said it. You could be right, and they'd be like, okay, we get your side. But inside you'll know that that wasn't the true expression of you, how you feel as a person. I did it to my girlfriend for 4 years before we had a 1.5-year breakup. I constantly pushed my own narrative and I pushed it this way, and I convinced everyone to go, oh, we see your side. But in truth, it wasn't the abundant me fighting with her for everything, blaming her for everything. That wasn't who I truly am. That was my ego, who was so scared of being hurt again that it just kept doing this to almost keep her in her place. And I couldn't escape that emotional state, that fear. So that fear was then being manifested all around me all the time. Everything was linked to that fear. So then the universe said, okay, cool, you are truly saying on your true language, your true self, you are truly saying that you are scared. We will give you a scenario to reflect that. That's how much we support you and the real you. We'll give it to you. And things went sour so much faster, only making that cycle worse. So we make it hard for ourselves because we give into these ego feelings. The best thing to do is to understand what and who you truly are. You are abundance. You are one with fulfillment. If that's something you want to get into, if that's something you really want me to explain in a video, how to get from those feelings that rule you into the spiritual reality where you can manifest abundance, make sure to like this video or leave me a comment. If you guys put in the comments, make the jump or how to make the jump, I will specifically make a video on doing that for you guys. Then you got to subscribe so you don't miss that video. So guys, stop making it hard on yourself. Fall into that true feeling. Start understanding that language you truly speak fluently, that one of emotion, the one that you're praying with, speaking to the universe with, because it is creating your reality. That's what's manifesting things around you. I really hope you like this content. I hope you like this video. I felt really good making it for you guys. So I hope to see you all in my next video. Thanks so much again for watching. And I look forward to chatting to all of you in the comments. Mad love and light.